Question 18. In the xy plane, if 0 and 0 is a solution to the system of inequalities above, which of the following relationships between A and B must be true? Okay, it says 0, 0 is a solution, right? That means the value of x is 0 and the value of y is 0 must fit into the inequalities. So for the first inequality, it says y smaller than negative x plus a. I plug in 0 minus 0 plus a. I will end up having 0 smaller than a, and I can just switch the a and 0, and you can see that the a is greater than 0, which means the a is positive. And now for the second equation, y greater than x plus b, so y greater than x plus b, I do the same thing. I plug in the 0, 0, 0 greater than 0 plus b, and I will have 0 greater than b. I will switch, let's just switch the b and the 0, and you can see that b is smaller than 0, which means b is a negative. So okay, a is a positive and b is a negative. So what does that mean? So a has to be greater than b. Positive number must be greater than a negative number. So the answer would be a greater than b, would be a. Okay, now let's move on to question 19. And for question 19, it says a food truck sells salad for $6.50 each and drinks for $2 each. The food truck's revenue from selling a total of 209 salads and drinks in one day was $836.50. How many salads were sold that day? Okay, and so over here, this is about systems of equations, and we are to set up two equations based on the information given by the question. So I'm going to put the S as salad and the D as drinks, and according to what it says here, the total number of salads sold on that day is 209, right? So you can conclude that S plus D equals 209, and that revenue, the money that they collected from selling these two items, from selling salads and drinks, is $836.50. And we know that the salads is $6.50 each, so we go 6.5 times S, plus the drinks is $2, so we go 2 times D, and the whole thing will be equal to $836.50. And now take a look at the question. How it says how many salads were sold that day, so it is looking for the value of S, which means we need to get rid of the D. But in order to get rid of the D, we have to make sure the coefficient of the D must be the same before we can do elimination. So you have a 2D here, you have a 2 here, and over here you have a D. Okay, fine. What you can do is you can just multiply the first equation by the 2, okay, by the 2, and you end up having 2s plus 2d equals 418. Okay, now you have the d with the same coefficient, which is a 2. The same coefficient, which is a 2. You see that? Alright. So up to this point, we can do elimination by using subtraction. You minus. Alright. When you minus, and you end up having 6.5 minus 2 is going to be 4.5 as 2d minus 2d, you cross out, and you end up having 836.50 minus 418, which will get you get a calculator. So your calculator will, let me check with the calculator, alright. 836.50 minus 418, which will give you 418, and you go okay, and you go let me get the calculator. Yeah, all right, so you go 836.5 minus 418, you have 418.5, and then you get rid of the s by dividing both sides by 4.5, so you have 4.5, you have 93, so s equals 93. All right, okay, so the salads were sold that day would be 93, and the answer would be B, 93. Okay, that's it.